because I got to travel there, it is simply because I was able to work across the spectrum. Means you name a telecom sector, I was able to work with some of the conglomerates like Nokia. I had an opportunity to work with even IIT Bombay as a guest lecturer. Parallelly, I had an opportunity to work with government school children. So in other words, you get the different varied perspectives of different sectors of people. So not just with different sectors, I was lucky to work even with the generations. So for example, the to me are all Gen X and later. But why I am sharing this, there is a reason. Before 2021, right? Since I was working with even startup ecosystem, I was working with political parties to a certain extent, to ministers, and even with, I was very lucky to work with Benuda Foundation. It may get outdated. It doesn't mean I'm not saying it has the deepest roots. And definitely I wanted to start today's session where I'm just moving further by remembering Dhanvantri and remembering Charaka. Because he is the father of Ayurveda, no doubt about that. And I think we should all take that pride because we have history attached to it. Correct, Alva? Do you agree to this point or not? Yes. So on that note, dear friends, today we are living in an ambitious world. In Jagatali, as Jagat, as a Vishnu mein, हमें कैसे? I know some of you, some of my friends here are from Maharashtra. Fine. All right. So this word is so complex right now. I've just set the context here. In this world, to survive is challenging. To survive in itself is a challenging thing. And I am talking here, how do we thrive? Only when we accept and we know the circumstances and situations around us, that is when we can start thriving. The biggest mistake is we fight with the situation or we don't know about the situation. If we know the situation, we accept, then only we can start thinking how do we thrive. So my entire focus for next 40-50 minutes is completely on how do we thrive in this world. Because when I talk to the industry experts, usually they say, Vinay, because of this kind of world, unfortunately today's youngsters, especially the Gen Zers, they may look very confident on social media. The way they put their photograph, the way they pose, the way they stand, they show six packs. They put filters, and they look so handsome, so beautiful. But when you engage with them one-on-one, they are not able to have eye-to-eye contact conversation. They are able to present themselves, portray themselves so confident through social media channel, but when it comes to one-on-one conversation, they are not even able to look eye to eye. Do you agree with me to a certain extent, my dear friends? Yes. Why? Because there is a serious concern of self-esteem. Why? I will tell you the root cause is because we have become so materialistic without our own knowledge. Today when I talk to any kid, what is your dream? They don't say doctor, they don't say lawyer. Do you know what is the first thing they say? I want to be a millionaire. Why? Because they all watch Instagram stories. One person comes in Rolls Royce, he comes in a flight, Dubai, I want a millionaire. Very materialistic approach. They are forgetting their passion just because they are in a constant state of superficial comparison. How many of you use phone here? Wrong question. Everybody uses it. How many of you use WhatsApp here? Again, wrong question. You all use. How many of you update WhatsApp status? Very natural. Everybody updates more or less. How many of you watch status? We all watch. Nodtiro ilvo. Don't act smart now. Nodtiro. We all watch or not? We all watch. We are so curious, outwardly looking people. We keep watching other status. Today, 90% of husband-wife fight happens because of WhatsApp status. I'm giving antidote well in advance. Just because my wife's friend, she uploads a photo on her birthday, her husband has done all rose petals. My wife is saying, you don't love you. On any toughest day, I will be the one who will fight for my wife. That much unconditional love I have. But now I have to prove it. Because somebody is doing it. Everything will be fine. Just because the husband has taken her to Singapore, over. Fight start. So why I am bringing this topic, my dear students, is simply because how outwardly looking people they have become, and without our own knowledge, subconscious mind, you all believe in, right? In medical, you know, subconscious mind is being fed by all sort of information. Naturally what happens, you are comparing yourself. You may not be comparing right now, but it is getting deep inside your head. Man, this fellow is living this life. He was my schoolmate, now he's doing this. Oh, he's doing trading, he has earned a lot of money, it seems. Constantly this information is going. So this will alter our course of education sometimes. We are coming here with a lot of passion, but suddenly because we are constantly seeing others' life, it starts getting in the sort of poison, where it deeply affects our self-esteem. Today that is the reason many people feel I am not good enough, even though they are amazing. What they feel? I am not good enough, because lack of self-esteem, which is the sole reason of this book world. The root causes, because we are living in this kind of exposed world, we are constantly comparing. That is why we are not able to live up to our potential. So what I call the self-esteem issue. I want to share this in relation because I have studied in Gangavati, literally, 1992 to 97. My childhood has been here. 97 to 98, I was in Gadar, Kulkoti. I studied in Sri Rajeshwari Vidyalaya, 1 year school. Then I went to Sainik School, Bijapur. Everything was well. It was in the year 2003, I was slapped with reality. It was a reality check for me. Why? Because the moment I went there to Bijapur, to Bangalore, I got admitted into one of the finest institutions. It is #1 PU college in entire Karnataka, St. Joseph's College. The moment I got into St. Joseph's, I was feeling proud of myself. You know why? Because that college boasted of distinguished alumni, like Rahul Dravid, he is from Joseph's. KCA chairman, Karnataka State Cricket Association, once upon a time, Vijay Patel, Joseph's. Rajesh Krishnan, famous Kannada singer, he is from Joseph's. Prakash Raj, the villain actor, from Joseph's. A lot of industrialists are from that college. So naturally I felt, because I have got admission here, my life is set. With this mindset I went into college. It just took 30 seconds, kevalam 30 seconds, to break my self-confidence. Not because college was good. College was amazing. The reason it got affected was, the moment I entered, I saw all Bangalore kids dressed in top to bottom branded dress. Somebody, I am talking of 22 years back, was wearing 4,000 rupees Nike shoes. And I went in parallel slippers to college. Literally I felt I am a misfit among these people, because, see, naturally you all came here, right? You would have come from different colleges, PU, your +2, anybody from Andhra, Inter, different. 11th, 12th you have studied. In your college, maybe you are expert. You are amazing in singing, you are an MC, you are good in MCing, you are good in dancing, but the moment you arrived here, naturally you had some sort of conflict already. I thought I was a good singer in my college, I was celebrated, but यहाँ पे तो 2-4 लोग और भी हैं. Suddenly you start taking backseat. This fellow is better than me, that fellow is better than me. I was topper in my first standard to 12th standard. But see, in BAMS, what has happened? There are many other people. So you're understanding? This sweat, this is how I burn calories. So it's fine. Now I had to actually set the context. I should have told well in advance. I don't exercise. My exercise is speaking, so I burn calories like this. So even if you put me in AC, I sweat, so don't worry. It's because of my intensity. Fine. So I went into that college, I saw everybody dressed so well. So similarly, like you came here, you are already toppers, but you saw that some 3 people are studying better than you. So naturally, what happened? You started feeling little inhibitions, right? Yeah, all these years I got attention, now suddenly we started spiraling into cocoon. Means we start losing that little bit of self-confidence. It happened with me, right? If the dress was okay with me, but on that pain, right? On that pain, the masala which was added was the way this Bangaloreans spoke. Especially these Joseph's kids. Do you know how they spoke? Yo bro, hey chill dude, hey, what's up man? They don't stand and speak. Yo. Yellappa bandana, where did I come? So, it was a comedy for me, I tell you. And see, I was not a useless guy. I was a house captain in my school. I had exercise leadership role. Not only that, I was a national level hockey player. Because of superficial comparison, you start feeling that you are useless. So, this is what happens with most of the students. They are already good because they have just seen, hey, on hairstyle, present, smart. Suddenly you start feeling I am not good for I'm good for it. But I'm not good enough. Now, I'll tell you the best thing what happened. After this, right, I started crying literally. My 12th standard, I was crying. I went back home, I told my dad, Papa, I can't survive here. These guys are next level, I'm feeling uncomfortable being here. So do one thing, please send me to Hubli Dharwad. Because for North Karnataka, that is educational. Or at least send me to Davanagere. That is also educational part. You know what my dad said? I really love my dad for this. I'm indebted to him. He didn't react. Usually, parents react. They react, right? When you go and tell all these type of problems, hey, drama matkar, nikal, I already paid the fees. He didn't say, come here, let's have man-to-man talk. He literally put his hand on my back and he told, after this conversation, if you feel you don't want to be here, I will facilitate you can go there. In the end, now whatever pain you have, share with me. I will tell you, my dear friends, that is the best moment you can ever have when your father is open to anything. I sat, I just cried and told, Papa, these guys are next level, I can't fit here. Forget English, I don't even know Bangalore Kannada. Our North Kannada, you know, right? If I start speaking, people think I'm scolding them. Our ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ polished Kannada, now, hey, you know, it's a very raw language. So, forget English, I was not even good in Bangalore Kannada. So suddenly you feel out of the place, right? The dad sat face to face, we started discussing. He shared one instance which I want to share with you. How many of you know the game of chess? Now, obviously, Gukesh has made it popular, Pragnanda has made it popular, Vishwanathan in our times. Right, Koneronmi has also made it popular right now. Chess, how does the bishop move? That is camel, how does he move? Cross, thank you so much. Diagonal. How does the rook, the elephant move? Very good, thank you so much. How does the knight, that is horse, how does he move? Thank you so much. How does the minister, usually it's queen, we call as mantri, how does he move? All direction except L. Perfect. My dad was asking this, I was also telling this. Then finally asked me, Vinay, what about this soldier? Useless. Atakuntu, lekkan. He's just for the sake of playing, he's there. What? He's all the time, he's not even walking, man, he's limping. He just takes 2 steps initially, afterwards it's 1 step, 1 step, 1 step. Even if somebody is in the front, he is helpless. It has to be on the cross. This was my understanding of the game. My dad says, you understood only this much. That means you have not understood the perspective, my dear. Okay, let me tell you. In the entire game of chess, camel plays a camel, it dies as a camel. Elephant also plays as an elephant, dies as an elephant. Even the most powerful minister also plays as a minister and dies as a minister. But do you know the beauty of this useless soldier you just said? If we just take 6 simple steps and touch us on the other side of the board, he is bestowed with immense power to choose what he wants to be. ಅವನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂತ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಬರುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ you can bring minister and make him sit or camel and make him sit. That power is given to whom? Only the soldier. So my dear student or my dear son Vinay, if you are feeling that you are useless, just remember God has put more potential in you. If one statement is allowed, I tell you, see, it's not easy to build that self-confidence, right? One statement, right? I went back to college head high. ಆಯ್ತು ಯಾರು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಲಿ ಹೌದು ಏನೀಗ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಹೌ ಟು ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಲಿ ಏನೀಗ ಹೌದು ಏನು ಐ ಮೇಡ್ ಪೀಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಮೈ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ಸಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಸಮ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಲಿಂಕಿನ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಯು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕಾ ಲಿಂಕಿನ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ there are all these best bands just like Coldplay right now. In my college days one friend was singing a song, okay, he asked me, bro, you don't know this song antallappa. I don't know what I said. Magane ning Shumaga Subbanna gotta, you don't know your roots, you want to talk about somebody from west. This he confidence in the bantu. My father, when he just shared this instance, right, it just triggered my mind. See, it doesn't mean that I didn't work on my communication. Definitely I worked on my communication. It doesn't mean that I didn't work on my dressing. I worked on my dressing. But I didn't let these 2 factors define me. So don't let these appearances, external. I've seen a lot of people, sir, I'm actually a dummayan, sir. Sir, I'm dark, sir. I'm tall, sir. Everybody calls me one day. Sir, I'm short, sir. See, these are all things, over a period of time, society conditions our mind. Society means what? Everybody. It can be your parents, it can be your relatives, it can be your cousins, it can be your neighbors, it can be your classmates, it can be your even school teachers. By name shaming and body shaming, without our own knowledge, subconsciously, our self-confidence is taken in backseat. That is why we are not able to unlock our true potential. So dear friends, if you want to thrive in this world, the first and the foremost thing is having the highest of the high self-esteem. So on that note, let me get into the most important topic now, 4 P's. Today I am going to just discuss 4 P's. Using these 4 P's, how do you thrive in this vocabulary? The first P, which I just said, potential. Sir, no. When I look into anybody's eye right now, I feel that humongous potential within you, irrespective of your background. Ages back, see we are in Kaliyug, ages back, you see Satyug, Tretayug, Dwapar. Humans had power equivalent to gods. You know, right? Gandhari curses whom? Lord Krishna. People had power or they were able to curse gods. They were roaming on this planet. Then they decided, okay, bulawa aa raha hai, devlok, nikal ke aata hu. Thak, maya. People had power equivalent to gods, but they were not able to use it judiciously. Gods became angry at fools. So they decided, not every human should have access to this power. Only the enlightened ones and the matured ones should have access to this immense power. So they decided to snatch from humans. But you can't destroy the power, right? Energy. Law of conservation of energy. Energy can either be, can be, from one another. So they were not able to destroy this power. They chose to store it. So that only the matured ones and the enlightened ones have the access to it. First they decided, why don't we hide it in the deepest part of the ocean? Which is the deepest part of the ocean, students? Thank you so much. Mariana Trench, which is in Pacific Ocean. Lovely. But they realized the innate nature of human is inquisitive nature, curiosity, kutuhala karya. Naturally we are what? Exploratory in nature. You take insect also put in more. We are very curious people. So eventually they will figure it out and everybody gets access, so we will not do it. Why don't we hide it in the hottest part of the planet, Sahara Desert? They will mount a camel, they will go on an expedition, eventually they will find out Veda. Then why don't we hide it on the tallest peak of the planet? Mount Everest, absolutely. But Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay will find a way, then everybody gets an access to it. Veda. Finally they decided, we will hide this power only at that place where people seldom look. And do you know where they decided to keep this power? They packaged and kept it in the deepest corner of human heart. We are so busy looking outside. How many times we sit back after your class, when you go back to hostel, when you go back to your home, you sit back, how many times you ask yourself questions? ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ? मैंने क्या किया आज कॉलेज में? What did I do today? How many times we ask ourselves, how many times we reflect? Don't you think we don't have time to reflect? Whenever we sit quiet, hand always goes to the pocket because phone is there. When we sit quiet, we are not reflecting. I know some students are feeling that it's very easy to say that you have potential simply by reciting some example. But what do you know about us? You are just talking with us for 15 minutes. You know what problems I have, sir? I have a lot of problems in my family. Health problems are there. I understand what struggle I have. I have financial problems. I have relationship issues. So many problems are going on, sir. And you are talking of potential. Okay, I empathize with all your problems, my dear students. Just to tell me one thing. Do you have this problem? If your problem is bigger than this, then I surrender to your problem. Do you have problem bigger than this? Anybody? Anybody has bigger problem than this kid? Just imagine this kid who is just 18 years old right now. Every single morning when she gets up, she has to curse God. Why? God, you have cheated me. by not giving me 2 arms when all my friends are playing? How do I play? All my friends are going to a fair and buying these bangles, colorful bracelets. I am not able to wear. Every single morning, Yuddha. Anybody having a problem like this? Anybody knows who this girl is? Anyone? How many of you know Deepika? Alia Bhatt? Good man, Samantha. But do you know who this girl is? Just an 88-year-old archer. Her name is Scintillation. If anybody asks who is your inspiration, for me this girl is inspiration. Who is just 18-year-old, half my age. But she's my inspiration. Why? Every single morning it's a challenge for her. And what game she chooses? She chooses archery, which requires what? Hands. Sorry, stable hands. Sthiravad kai garu. Until this kid doesn't have hands, she chooses leg. Believe it or not, at the age of 14, right? She was identified by Indian Army, Rashtriya Rifles, in Jammu and Kashmir. There's a small town called Lohida, Phocomelia disease. That is why there's a degeneration. Her arms are not grown as per it should have grown. At 14, because her strength in legs, she was able to climb trees, it seems. Army recognizes, trains her just for 11 months. In 11 months, she goes at the age of 15, that means 9th standard. She represents India in Para-Asian Games in Hangzhou, in China, sorry. And she wins 2 gold and 1 silver medal for the country. And at 16, she wins Arjuna Award. At 17, last year, she went to Paralympics in Paris and wins bronze medal for India. So if anybody tells I lack potential, I think she is a reality check for all of us that what one person can do, yes, we can do a lot. When people are aspiring to be Prime Minister, your Prime Minister wants to take autograph from this game. Now that is the reason when I look into eyes of any student sitting here, I see humongous potential. A kid who doesn't have hands can do so much for the country. Just imagine each and every single person sitting here, what transformation you can bring to yourself and entire country. So that is the first P I felt. I think you have to unlock your potential. That's why it's scintillation, unlocking your potential. Okay sir, potential is the arivu aitha nange. But मेरे को realize हो गया, potential है मेरे में. But you need a platform to express that potential. For her, that platform was archery. Right? So similarly, I feel the second P is platform, where 3 most important things you need to be doing. That platform is this college right now. Your course, your BAMS course is the platform to unlock your true potential. So I am going to share in the next 10 minutes what most you can make out of these 5 years course, right? 5.5. This 5.5 course of BAMS, what best you can do. That is what I want to share with you, because this is what I share with engineering students, because I come from engineering background. So do you want to know how you can unlock your potential in this platform, using this platform? Hello? Yeah. Thank you so much. Simple 3 things. First and foremost, write it down in your mind. Your marks is not equal to knowledge. Sorry, professors are sitting here. In front of them I am saying, your marks, your grades is not equal to your knowledge. Why? If you chase marks, right, then what happens? You can find number of ways to get it. You will find shortcuts. You can copy. You can do a lot of stuff. A person who chooses knowledge, right, marks will come and fall into your field. You don't have to study for marks. You don't have to work for grades, CGPAs. Nothing. You don't need. It is something like I keep telling in my business trainings for all the entrepreneurs. You don't have to work for money. You have to work for your passion. Money comes and falls at your feet. Just take Virat Kohli as an example. He's a cricketer. When he is playing cricket, today what is the prize money for man of the match? Achha, 1.5 lakh. Then I'll score 100. He's not working for money. He's working for his passion, which is cricket. Money automatically comes and falls at you. You're understanding my point? Same thing you put, map it to the first thing, that is knowledge. That means you need to invest. You need to invest as much as possible in learning me, especially the four things, best things you can do to access or harness this power of knowledge. In so scripture says, Vidya dadati vinayam, vinaya dhati patratam, patratva dhanapnoti, dhanat dharmam tatassu. Everything is in scriptures. I don't have to say this. That is the power of Vidya. So don't have to run behind marks at all. So four simple things to make most out of your BAMS. First and foremost, you have curriculum. You have a fixed curriculum. Become thorough in that. Not because you have to be a topper, not because you have to score marks, simply because you are curious about, wow, I'm learning something interesting. You just become thorough with curriculum. Whatever it is, with fully passionate, you're just passionate. I know, see, please don't take me wrong here. There are some students who definitely want Ayurveda, that's why they come to Ayurveda. Some people who want to go to homeopathy, they go for PhDs. Some who are very clear, I want MBBS only, they go for MBBS. But I also see some transitions. Some people get into dental. Why did you get into dental? Because I didn't get MBBS. That's okay, absolutely fine. But now that you have chosen to get dental, you have to be an expert in dental. It should not be like, नहीं यार वो MBBS नहीं मिला, इसलिए मैंने dental लिया, पर करते हैं, चलो बस करते हैं. नहीं. जब कर ही रहे हैं तो passionately क्यों ना करें? मारते नहीं रहते, आप passionate है मारते. Similarly, somebody had an aspiration maybe from MBBS. सर इला सर मैं रैंकिंग सब पर नीट उल्टा पलटा हो गया थोड़ा सा, इसलिए मैं BAMS में आ गया. कोई बात नहीं. In fact, be proud. This is the Ayurveda is from this land. I think you should be more proud. I think if you confront any MBBS guy, I'm not going to say we are not greater than Thou. Thou is greater than Thee at the head of Veda. We are not into competition that allopathy is better or this is better, that is better. But the question is, are you proud of what you are doing? Or the moment you meet an MBBS doctor, you feel it thoda sa. Never. I think that is because the other day I was training one kid for an interview. Because I am an alumni association president of JSS College where I studied engineering. One student was struggling, she comes from Kannada medium. So when I was training, I told her, please introduce yourself. She was hesitating to introduce that I am from a small village in Kannada medium student. What is wrong with you? She told, my name is Anupama, I am studying from, I am from small village, Gonahalli near Shira Taluk, Tumkur. Stop. Then I exchanged the role play. I said, hello sir, Ms. Anupama, tell about yourself. Hello sir, I am Anupama, I am a 7th semester student from JSS College in Electronics and Communication. I basically come from a small town called Gonahalli where I studied Kannada medium till 10th standard and I was a topper sir. After that I came to Shira Taluk. There I switched to English medium, but still it was struggling for me. I studied and I topped, then I got good rank sir. I came and joined engineering college. I have done my wonderful CGPA right now. Tell proudly. My father is a farmer sir. The problem is that I don't have self-esteem. What is that? So now coming to this curriculum part, irrespective of whatever was your first choice, does not matter. Now that you have chosen BAMS, be passionate about BAMS. Can you do that, my dear students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. If this is about curriculum, if you want to become extraordinary tribe in UCA, then you have to go beyond curriculum. Suppose curriculum means university will give. I think RGHS comes here. Okay. So it gives certain curriculum. You have certain curriculum. Subject is there. In this subject, this much only. These are the topics. That doesn't mean that topic only that much content is supposed to be there in that particular topic. Not necessarily. Right? You can explore in depth. In simple words, whatever has been offered by university, don't limit to it. Go beyond. Have that inquisitive nature to go deep. That is what can make you extraordinary in whatever profession you take. Like for example, I have taken up a professional leadership course. I have gone in depth to understand all leadership frameworks across the globe. I have studied thousands of case studies of companies across sectors. Then only I am able to understand. If I limited myself to learning from Indian Institute of Management, where I learned IIM Trichy, leadership and change management, there are some 14 subjects. Then I would have limited there only. Arthat, if you want to become an expert in whatever you do, these 5 years are the best, 5.5 years are the best years to build your profile. So go deep into curriculum. You have subjects, go deep. Third, I know there are certification courses. In engineering, we have a lot of certification courses. Similarly, I was exploring, I got to know in Ayurveda also, you have something called Panchakarma. What is that? Chess. Huh? Sharas? Huh? Sorry. Sharakarma. Okay. That is rectal something, right? Surgery. Okay. Then which is this? Marma therapy. Correct. I was trying to explore. I think there are a lot of certification courses. This is how we are building a profile in this 5.5 years. One is curriculum. Be expert in it. Go beyond curriculum. That will go a little bit access and then it will give you better perspective of what you are studying. That means you are not studying it for marks. Marks will automatically come. You will get your degree. Don't worry about that. Third, you are building your profile through certification course. How many of you have LinkedIn profile? LinkedIn, just like Instagram. How many of you have LinkedIn? No problem. Build a LinkedIn profile because it's a professional network. That means in future people will not see your resume. Future, right now also people are not seeing that. If you want to take it up to the next level, then make sure you are building your profile right now. Through this LinkedIn. Just check. You have checked yourself. LinkedIn is the word. Fine. Last and the final, which is most common thing, that is the current affairs. Keep yourself updated about the happenings, not just limited to Ayurveda, other things, so that rationally you can map it with allopathy as well. Because there is a scientific evidence to Ayurveda. It's not in some simply written somewhere. There are scientific evidences, but can you map it to what is happening in allopathy and confidently explain? When you become doctor, it's not like okay, Ayurveda in India. No, you can give them scientific evidence with confidence. For that to happen, keep yourself updated with what are the technologies around you. Can you do that, students?
Yes, sir.
I know hesitantly you are telling.
Yes, sir.
First of all, so much to study. In that, this man is coming and motivating us to study more. Sir, it is easy for you to tell your studies is over, no? What do you understand about our problem? I get it. But shall I tell you one thing? I never preach anything if I don't follow. I am a leadership coach. If I don't follow, I will not have that audacity or the courtesy you want to put across to the face because for me integrity is everything. In fact, I know it is very tough. Right now I am running 2 companies, but most important thing is I am married. That means I have a responsibility. I have 2 children. That is bigger responsibility. And that too 8 kids, 5-year-old, 1 year, 1.5-year-old. In spite of that, it is very tough to have time. I am very open. But just 3 years back, when I was 34, now 37, yeah, 34, my dad was 67. Right now he's 70. Both of us, I'm telling you, I'm not joking. It is not achievement for me, it is about my father. My father is retired. We both sit together, study. Because he had aspirations to complete his masters, which he was not able to. He did his BSc degree from Dharwad, University of Agricultural Sciences. He had aspiration to do MSc. He got 13th rank all over India. But what happened? Financial compulsion, he chose banking sector. He always used to express this pain. Nanu professor agi, I would have maybe ended up as vice chancellor. His friends have become. So he used to share this pain point with me. Even I had dropped out from MBA. After my engineering in 2009 completion, I had entered into Symbiosis University for MBA. I dropped it in between because I was focusing on the business. So suddenly something triggered, we sat together, we discussed and we studied. You will not believe. A day came when father and son together received political science degree, masters together. This is the most prized position in my life. Which shows, learning never stops. And my dad is a proof to it, and it got even covered in newspaper. Appa Maga Vattige Prashasti. Appa Sharadagowda M. Patil avaru, Canara Bank and Nivrutta Hiriya manager, retired senior manager from Canara Bank, ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Maga Vinay Patil avaru Skillfix ಎಂಬ ತಮ್ಮದೇ ಕಂಪನಿ ಹೊಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Skillfix CEO. ಆದರೆ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ನಾತಕೋತ್ತರ ಪದವಿ ಪಡೆದ ಈ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಂತೆ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದು ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಪತ್ರವನ್ನು ಪಡೆದು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿದೆ. This reminds me that your learning is not limited only to this age, it is a lifelong learning. And my dad is torturing me from last 3 years that we do PhD together. And finally that year has come now. I have agreed that okay, we will do PhD together. This year we are enrolling in for PhD. And this was not limited here. The very next year, 2022-23, complete 1 year dedication. 52 Sundays I dedicated, and 50 days I was in the campus of Tamil Nadu to study because world was changing. I had to understand what is change management, leadership and change management. ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಿಷಯ ಯಾಕೆ ಹಂಚ್ಕೋತಾನೆ क्यों मैं आपके साथ शेयर कर रहा हूँ इसीलिए ताकि लर्निंग इज नॉट लिमिटेड ओनली टू दिस डिग्री इट इज lifelong let me be the bearer of that news that learning is going to be lifelong at least in this program we are not in that era where one degree was enough so please make sure you harness that knowledge in this kind of way every lab I have to go in this class please don't approach your class like that you are investing your most fertile years kind of things right and again don't listen to me listen to scriptures nachaura haryam I was a 9th standard Sanskrit student we had this shloka nachaura haryam nacharaja haryam na bhratrupajyam nachabharakari vekute vaddate nityam vidyadhanam sarvadana pradhanam anybody knows this na chaura haryam कल्ला तो कहीं कल्ला चोर भी नहीं आपके चोरी कर सकते हैं न चौरा हार्यम न च राजा हार्यम राजा can't steal from you न भ्रातृपाज्यम it can't be divided among brothers like an asset और आस्ति तरह divide ಆಗಲ್ಲ न च ಭಾರಕಾರಿ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಡ್ಡಾಡೋಕೆ ಭಾರ ಇಲ್ಲ ವೇಕೃತ್ಯ ವರ್ಧತೆ ನಿತ್ಯಂ ದಿನನಿತ್ಯ ನೀವು ಹಂಚುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ದಿನನಿತ್ಯ ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ವೇಕೃತ್ಯ ವರ್ಧತೆ ನಿತ್ಯಂ ವಿದ್ಯಾಧನಂ ಸರ್ವಧನಂ just imagine this is what is said about knowledge so don't stick to your things so can you promise me dear students so can you register in your mind knowledge is absolutely powerful right can you register knowledge is absolutely useless what did I say yeah you heard me right knowledge is absolutely useless yaadu idella build up ಕೊಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ knowledge is useless yes I have not completed the sentence knowledge is absolutely useless if it is not supported with skills I have so much knowledge but I don't know how to even articulate it, put it across. I'll carry that knowledge to my grave. It happened with one of my professor, double PhD from US University. Amazing person, HOD, electronics and communication. He had a subject called solid state device and technology. You know how he used to talk? Dear student, today we are going to learn front bezel carousel. Over, he is going to carry his knowledge to the grave. Sorry to say this. Skills are very, very, very important and you will never get a better opportunity than your graduation, that 5.5 years to develop your skills. Because in school, the focus was more on study, because parents are pushing you from that. Very few parents supported you in extracurricular activities. But these 5.5 years, can you push in developing skills? How? What are skills? Just see for yourselves. Check for yourself. Are you good in these skills? Presentation skills, negotiation skills, oratory skills, public speaking skills, leadership skills, organizing skills, management skills, problem solving skills. It's not just about being a doctor, right? You may have to establish a conglomerate tomorrow, and Ayurveda college only tomorrow, Ayurveda hospital only tomorrow. Why can't you drink it? What is wrong in it? For this law, you need all these skills. Just go and Google for yourself. You get 21st century skills. How important are analytical skills? How do you analyze any situation? How do you critically analyze or critically assess situations? Critical thinking skills, lateral thinking skills, design thinking skills. That is the trend which is going on right now. Leadership skills, communication skills, networking skills. Your thought on this, my dear friends. Can you work on these skills, please? Now, how do we develop these skills? How do we enhance these skill sets? Simple formula. In college, whatever competition happens, just participate. Whether you like it or you don't like it. Just to go, sir, that's not mine. Sir, people will laugh at me, let them laugh. I am telling you, my father sat and explained that chess story, right? I went back to college, the same Scintillation college, I won 28 prizes in my first year in extracurricular activities. Simply because I went and started participating. Around 50-55 events I participated, won 28 prizes. Then I realized, oh my God, it's potential than another. Many of you will not know what you are good at unless you just jump into the water. You need to jump. So whatever competitions is there, participate. Some conference will be there. You may get the committee form under for any volunteers. No, don't escape. Sometimes some teacher will come, the professor will come and tell, students, we are having this conference. You come, and who are interested, last one bench, some students, they'll hide. Slowly hide so that they don't call their name. They'll go under the desk. Happens. Then ma'am will leave. Now ma'am will leave. That person who went under desk will come outside now, emerge. And what he will say? Yes. That is the biggest mistake you did in your life. Do you know what you escaped? You escaped an opportunity to learn what is organizing skill, to learn what is conflict resolution, because there will be some sort of misunderstandings. You come in, you resolve it. You learn what is negotiation, you learn what is convincing skills. So these opportunities in your college gives you a chance to enhance skills. So please don't run away from it. Can you do it, my dear students?
Yes.
Second, if you have any club committees, like anti-ragging committee will be there, different type of clubs will be there. Can you name some?
Yes.
IQAC is there. Next. Sexual harassment. Okay. Posh. Leader. Raise your hand and tell, search this committee we have. Come on. Environment committee. Very good. Next. Anti-ragging committee. Next. Student grievance cell. Next. Aita? How many of you are part of this? Raise your hands. Any of these at least. Okay, one. It's only for seniors. Everyone. Then who all are part of any of this cell? Raise your hand. Why are you scratching? Right? You are there? Which one? Adventure. Very good. Next. Environment. Anybody else? Animal lovers. Okay. Cultural committee. Okay. Photography. You understand what I'm trying to say? Take part in this. So I'm a doctor. I have to always study. Study means knowledge, no skill. I am telling you, you need to learn people's skills. You are going to engage only empathically now. Patient jothe hege maatadbeku. We understand, we read the pulse of the other person. Enta serious concerns bartave, people are not able to handle it. Today you see that in hospitals, some mistake happen, people come and fight with doctor. Because doctor don't know how to handle these situations. Sorry to say this. If he has the ability to resolve that conflict very smartly, he can be empathetic and he can solve. No, I am not giving benefit of doubt to those people who are usually, they are very reactive. Tappadre aaytu, doctor de tappada bartare, illa anta heltare. But I want you to understand, these are the skills we need to hone during our college days only by being part of college clubs and committees. Third, be a part of external forums and associations. For example, you become a part of some social service, Red Cross, something. I'm just telling you. Athwa Lions Blood Bank. Sunday ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ, you will rub shoulders with public, some senior professionals, some philanthropists. Then what happens? You start gaining a lot of knowledge about what is happening in the outside world. I was a part of IEEE club, IEEE, engineering, electricals and electronics. Then I was a part of, Toastmasters, to improve English. So we used to join, we used to do. So external association, I don't know, it's a weekend, the NGO joining. Or at a plantation over. So you rub your shoulders and you gain some skills, right? Last and final thing, internships. That anyways I think you do. But first year, second year, and they do internships. Clinical exposure is there. Okay, already existing Ayurvedic clinics, they can get. Use your holiday time to develop some sort of. No, it's okay. See, I am learning from you. So I don't know if I am wrong, please correct me. Are you holiday sale? I got engineering life of stuff. Okay. So again, this is written in scriptures. Yenanta Shateshu Jayate Shuraha Sahastreshu cha Panditaha Vakta Dasha Sahastreshu. Artha Shata means 100. Shateshu Jayate Shuraha. Out of 100 you find one brave person. Sahastra 1000. Sahastreshu cha Pandita means one scholar amongst 1000 people. Vakta Dasha Sahastreshu. 10,000 generally you find one good orator. And oration is what? Skill. Right? So even skill is placed above knowledge in our scheme of things. So my dear friends, start working on skills. So shall we all work on the skills?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. So you can register in your mind. Skills are absolutely useless. I don't complete a sentence. If it is not supplemented with
attitude.
ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಧಕನಾಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ if you want to become an extraordinary person or any field you take, you have to become an expert into it. You have to have the right attitude. Skill is useless, knowledge is useless if you don't have attitude. It is something like I know what are the things in car. This is steering, this is gearbox, this is clutch, brake, all fine. That is knowledge. Driving is skill. What mindset you have when you are driving? That is your attitude. Oh, but yaar kuch attitude basically drishtikona. How do you see things? Let me give a simple example. Once what happened, there was an amazing kingdom which was ruled by a just king, righteous king. Unfortunately, one day a Pandit comes, Raj Pandit comes and tells, Mahanare, your highness, you won't be able to rule this kingdom for a long time. What mistake have I done? I have taken care of my subjects really, really well. No, sir, it is not your mistake. Your horoscope has some dosha. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕುಂಡಲಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ದೋಷ ಇದೆ. Happens no morning. In TV they say sometimes. ಇವತ್ತು ಶನಿ ಕೂತಿದ್ದು. You are walking and your leg touches somewhere and you fall, no? Start right to shani. Anyways, I am not walking astrology, it is also science. But I am just telling you, the best part is that for anything, there is always a parihara, solution. So, Raj Pandit said, don't worry. To rule this kingdom for a long, long time, it is called parihara. And what is the solution? Whatever you see, it should appear red in color. Immediately, he calls his council of ministers and says, go and start telling everybody to wear red dress from here after. Then in the entire kingdom, everybody starts wearing red sari, red panche, red lungi, red shirt, everything red. That was still okay. He even started painting, building red color. That was little irritating for a small kid who was watching. That was also still okay. They started even painting cow also red color. Avurga tele kettogbidtare. Sargumani. Immediately he comes to palace and confronts king. He said, have you gone mad? With whom you are talking? I am king. What can you mad king? So everywhere red. There is a problem. There is a dosha in my country. Okay, what is the solution Raj Pandit has given you? Whatever you see should appear red in color. Just wear red glasses, no. Everything in this world will be red color. The most complex problem was solved by a kid by just out of the box approach. Why? Because he responded to the scenario, not reacted to the scenario. Who reacted? King reacted. That is what I call it as attitude. Any problem in Jivanದಲ್ಲಿ, whatever problem you may get in your life, how do you perceive? That is what is attitude. So, on that note, my experience teaches me there are three types of people in this world. Just to reflect, okay, if you fall into any of this category and work on yourself. The first type of problem, all three types of people with respect to attitude, I call people with wicked attitude. Very unfortunate. 90% of the people in this world carry this attitude. They will always carry that baggage on their head. Like I go to corporates, I tell people, come and introduce yourself. Do you know how they come and introduce? It's okay, I don't want to come. Come, it's okay. Hello everyone, my English not that good, I come from Kannada medium. I asked him directly, what's your age, sir? I am 40. When did you study Kannada? When you were 16. What did you do 24 years, I asked. These are the people who carry this baggage behind their head. Everywhere they go, they will walk like this. You know what, I wanted to do big things, but my father didn't send me for badminton coaching. I would have become better than Virat Kohli. My father didn't send me for cricket coaching. They will always blame somebody. They will always have some excuse. They will always live in the past. They will blame everybody in this world. Never carry this attitude. This is where I remember John F. Kennedy. Ask not what the country has given you. Ask what you can give back to the country. Because the moment you see that perspective, you feel so powerful. See, what you can give to the country. ನನಗೇನು ಸಿಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಏನು ಕೊಡಬಹುದು. Now come down little lesser. Don't ask what your state has given you. Ask what you can give back to your state. Be it Maharashtra, be it Karnataka, be it Tamil Nadu, or be it Andhra, be it any state for that matter. Come little down. Ask not what your institution has given you. What you can give back to the institution. Come little smaller. Ask not what your parents have given you, what your family has given you. What you can give back to the family. Because today when I see youngsters fighting, they say, yeah, you are very lucky, or your father has got you iPhone. See, my father has given me this phone. I see kids fighting like this. They have that sense of entitlement. Ask not what your family is doing. I never, honestly, Karthik, you have seen my dad. I am telling you, we are not asked anything. We are just asked, give me a place to stay, a good education, and good food. Rest, luxury is my responsibility. Swabhimana. Unfortunately, these victims, they always want to blame others. That is what stopped them from growing up in life. Please shed this attitude of victim. My college is not good, my professor is not good, that's why I got less marks. It is in your hand, your life is in your hand. Whoever comes and contributes, take it as a positive. But your life is in whose hand? Victim. We need to come out. Second type of people, another 7 to 8%. At what time your college starts?
9.
Just now I was discussing with sir, was that? Sorry, sir. Principal, right? I was talking to him. He told, I think very soon you will get an announcement. The college is going to start at 8 o'clock. I wanted to hear this guy. Sorry, nothing is. I was just a joke. Did you see the reaction? If a principal has decided to introduce something by disturbing so many lives, 1 hour they are calling you early means it will disrupt your morning. In 1 hour, because we have certain set planning. It is disturbing means we have really thought and taken the decision. Nobody is interested in disturbing the equilibrium. When same thing with politics also. Prime Minister doesn't want to introduce something which disturbs any sort of equilibrium. So you are thought on this. If somebody is taking that decision, it is for the welfare of the organization. How quick we are ready to adapt, that defines how far we go. So attitude to adapt, very few people have. Parivartana is not the intelligent of the species, smartest of the species, strongest of the species that survive in the times of the devastation or whatever you call it, the change. It is the one which is adaptable to change that survives as well as thrives. So dear friends, once what happened, a dog was sitting on a nail. Strange. It was sitting on nail. कील पे बैठा था वो, तो खून बह रहा था, रखता बढ़ता है. One person comes and says, "Hey, बुद्धि देना नहीं है. Do you have some sense? You are sitting on a nail. You are bleeding. Get up and come this side." Do you know what the dog says? Pain adjust हो गया है. अब उठ के आना ही बड़ा पेन है. It means sometimes we know it is wrong, but we are so used to it, doing the right things seems troublesome. So it's very, very important to have that attitude to adapt. When change happens, you'll be the first one to adapt, right? But the most successful people are the ones who have the attitude to anticipate. Means mundalochana, foresee things and do course correction. Right? That means when first year, second year, maybe 4 years down the line, what can change? Anticipate and do the course correction now. Don't be taken by surprise. Arey yaar, if I would have known in first year only, I would have changed it like this. No. Anticipate. ಓಕೆ ಆನೆ ವಾಲೆ ಸಮಯ में ಬರುವಂಥ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕಂತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗಿಂದನೇ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಈಗಿಂದನೇ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್. Anticipate, foresee. Fine. That is why hardly 1 or 2% people fall into this category. They foresee things and do course correction. Example, Elon Musk. COVID time, everybody was struggling, right? We lost business, we lost jobs. He became the richest person. How? He's not even into pharmaceutical. He's not even into healthcare. Yet, how did he? So these guys anticipate 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line. It's all about foresee, right? So, if you have that kind of attitude, nobody can stop. So, second be done. How much time I have? The kind of connections you build in your life, because it is the connections which are going to help you. So, the kind of relationships you build, nothing like it. That's why I'm telling you, students, start working on the relationships. See, relationship is not always. Relationship means with all the stakeholders, the kind of connects you build being in college with your seniors, because see what will happen, you are first year. If you build a connection with your 7th semester student, or the final year student, do you know what is the best part? He will get into industry quickly, means he will get into his profession. You are solidly connected. You get updates from that person what is happening outside. how is the situation, how is the market. And tomorrow he gets into some big hospital. He will make a channel for you because you just got connected with him. That's how you need to be building connections, not just internally, even externally. That's why I told you, have your LinkedIn. But why is that people don't connect? I'm very sure it's not just me. Many external speakers come and talk here. If I'm not wrong, they come. How many of you, after the communication, after the talk, have you gone and spoken to them? Tell me one. Abba, Mugitu, let's go and have coffee. I'm telling you. Very few people want to engage. Okay, I've got some industry expert, some doctor has come. Let me connect. Sir, can I connect you on social media? Usually people don't use the phone number, so it's okay. Sir, can I connect you on social media? Get connected. You have some questions with that industry expert? Build a connection. Slowly, slowly, slowly. When time comes, no. It's not because you have to build a connection so that you reap some benefit. To get even good insights, you're building the connection. Today, anybody for that matter, if I meet a new person, if I exchange card, that card will not remain as card, it will get into my phone number. It gets as a contact, it gets saved, I exchange a message, I am connected. Today, people are getting into so many, networking channels like BNI, there's something called BNI, there's something called JC, there's something called Rotary, there's something called Lions. People want to get in there to build connections. What a better place than college itself to build connections? Think about it. Today, you guys are here, tomorrow you will explode across the country. That time you get connected, you want to go to Kolkata, but you in class you never spoke to that fellow. Gone, connection missed. So build those healthy relationships. But why is it people are not able to build relationships? Again, I told because we are so much into social media, the challenges we are facing while building and strengthening healthy relationships. Simple 3 steps. First, you don't know to take initiative. Correct? Initiative takes pain, no? You are sitting here today. Who will get up, go there and talk to this person? Hi, I'm Vinay. Hi, I'm Vinay. It's okay, baad mein dekh le. Take that initiative to take first step. I'll tell you just by taking a small initiative. Sir, how do you initiate conversations? So they're all new people. Does not matter. Just go, smile. First thing is smile. Hello, Vinay Patil. Nice to meet you. Just smile. Connect. Hello, ma'am. Vinay Patil. What did they say anything? Why are you shaking hands? Nobody will say. It is all your unwanted inhibitions. I have a good intention. I just want to talk to the person. I connected over. This initiative, if you don't take, you miss an opportunity which can give access to bigger connect. That is what I call it as networking skills. That's the reason I have been connected across. I love connecting. See, when did I meet you, Karthik? After so many years? January 4th. I remember.
We had a gathering here in school.
4th January 2025, this year. I came, Karthik, hey, Karthik, right? We spoke, we became friends. I went on stage, I spoke, he also went on stage, he also spoke. Then I got to know he was into doctor, connected. Then I connected with school. School got strongly connected. They invited me as a chief guest for one event. Next day they invited me to train all the teachers. I came in the month of May 1928. See, just one small connection. How it explodes. Because I got connected him, I am connected to you people. Just think the power of how one small initiative to converse opened door to opportunities to create any sort of impact. I will give a live example. Out of the context it is, but very important how initiative is important. I had a fear of heights. Anybody know what is it called? What is fear of heights called? Phobia. Acrophobia. Thank you so much. It's called acrophobia. Second floor, if I used to stand, I used to feel that giddiness. Do you know, I chose to overcome this. Why? I realized very early, in the Jeevanadalli, I can't even adventurist. You saw my video where adventurist was, correct? I would not have been standing like this on the bridge or going for a waterfalls or even traveling in a plane in window seat would have given me disease. So I chose to overcome this fear. How? I decided to go to California and do skydiving. See, to overcome height of two floors, I decided to jump from 4.7 km above sea level, which is 80,000 square feet. A plane took me there. We reached that altitude, which is in Monterey Bay. It's a Pacific coast. Going to altitude. Since I was jumping for the first time, they don't let us jump. You are connected with a tandem instructor. So I was sitting there watching. We reached this particular altitude. They opened that shutter. It doesn't have a door like this. It will always be because it obstructs. They opened that door. Heart was beating crazy. Now this instructor started pushing me. But the tip. Again, what do you feel? आपको क्या लगता है? मजा ले रहा हूँ? And boys, you will understand my pain. What? I will tell you. What is the pain? No, listen. The tandem instructor was a lady. You can't express your pain in front of a girl, right? The little male ego comes into picture. Sorry, I'm not stereotyping, but it happens on you. Beginning in the air, I'm not. How do you explain it? Come on, Renee. I gathered all the courage in the world. I prayed all the gods in the world. I jumped. Jai Mata Di. I'll tell you first 15 seconds what was happening. I don't know. We were just rolling in the air. Then she stabilized. Then immediately we opened our hands like this. I will tell you, my dear friends, flying through the clouds, what we call it as bird's eye view, right? For the first time I experienced what is bird's eye view. That moment, you know, going through that clouds, literally I was feeling like an eagle flying. Please cut it out. So, after 1 minute, she opened parachute, free for her, and slowly we flew, and we glided and we landed at Hero. I'll tell you, my dear friends, a moment when I removed that harness which was tight, I removed that jacket. Jumping. Everybody was wondering what is bad or what? Because I was jumping. Only I knew I had conquered the fear of heights. That is the power of taking one initiative. Because I took that initiative, how things changed. I was able to go in helicopter, no more fear in Dubai. Going to the 121 floor, no more fear. Grand Canyon, cliff in Nevada, no fear. Whitewater rafting in the middle of American river, jump from cliff, no fear. Turkey, this is this place, Cappadocia, where a lot of hot air balloons go up. I would have never been able to go if I had a fear of heights. So why I brought this context is that you need to take initiative. You should, irrespective, you take that initiative, go.